Hello everybody, my name is Christian. Welcome back to Christian's Weather and Forecasting. Do want to apologize for my little week of inactivity on the channel. I've been slightly busy, so we're going to be back on the ball now, and we do have some stuff that we need to be looking into. Once again, the West Coast will be seeing some rain and some snow, the kind of average stuff. While I was gone, they had a secondary atmospheric river that had some flooding concerns. But in the future, we have a severe weather event that the National Weather Service is highlighting from days 5 and 6, which you've probably seen on the thumbnail. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. For today, the National Weather Service has issued general thunderstorm risk stretching from Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia down into a secondary area of North Florida and into North Carolina. This is just a general thunderstorm risk, not really any major storms expected, wind, tornado, and hail all not present. Day 2, we will have another little area of storms through South Carolina into North Carolina. Once again, tornado, wind, and hail all not present. If we're looking on their website for day 3, there's nothing there. But if you're looking at this little area right here, you can see the National Weather Service has highlighted some stuff. That is the issue that we're going to be looking at, so let's go ahead and pull that up. The National Weather Service for day 5 has issued a 15% probability of severe weather stretching from Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, and into portions of southwest Michigan. This is once again that 15% of severe weather outlook, and you can pause the video and read their hypnosis right here. Normally for severe weather to be issued day 1 through 3, that's normal, but it gets a little more of that severity when it's issued day 4 through 8. So this is looking like a possibility of being a bigger style event. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be a full-on tornado outbreak and all that, but when it's issued like this, it does tend to be a little bit more stronger. The National Weather Service has also issued a secondary risk for day 6 for portions of Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, and northeastern Louisiana. So once again, kind of more of that eastern front area where that little squall line of storms are going to be moving through, which we'll get into just a sec. If you want to read the hypnosis for this, once again, I think it's the same, but you can pause and read it. This is expected through the 27th and into the 28th. You can see the dates right here and right here. So if you're expecting what day that will fall on, it's right here on your day 5 and day 6 calendar. Now, over the last little bit, we can see these storms over 2 portions of the eastern coast. There has been storms moving through areas like where I'm at, from like Kentucky down into Tennessee, up into the Ohio Valley pretty much. This storm right here that was there wasn't really strong or anything. Did have a very nice clap of thunder to it from what I heard here. This is moving off to the east coast and over into the rest of the afternoon and into tomorrow. That will continue to move off towards the east coast. Tomorrow, towards portions of Ohio, you will have a possibility to see some freezing rain, possibly some temperature drops into some snow. Don't know if that will stick or not, but that will continue to move overnight into portions of Virginia before dying off into the morning of the 23rd, and will be replaced by a high ridge. Now, it will remain pretty calm for just a little bit of that day for mainly the whole United States. The East Coast will remain calm, is what I was trying to get out, before a snow pack up here towards the north into the early morning hours of the 26th. Impact placements of areas like Washington, Idaho, portions of Oregon, and that will continue to move down south, and this will impact portions of like Nevada into the Colorado Mountains and the Appalachians over there. Before this low front pops up right here, this low front that was traveling with the snow will be what starts that severe weather event. From the model, the 27th into overnight areas into the 28th, you can see some discrete little cells pop up here, and this will, for the most part, turn into a squall line of thunderstorms that will stretch down into Louisiana, up into Kentucky. That will move off to the east coast towards the late hours of the 28th into the 29th. The north states, like portions of Maine, will see some snow, and back here towards the back, right after that into the 29th and the 30th, some more snow towards portions of Washington, Oregon will impact. This will bring the possibility of another atmospheric river-style event for California, North California. You can see that heavy snow falling where the Californian mountains are right there. Another little area of snow will begin to start impacting portions of Utah, Wyoming, and then it'll just be somewhat of a major snow event towards the west coast. And that is the last run that I have access to, is somewhat of a squall line of storm, like a bow echo style of storms, towards the central plains with a little bit of snow behind it. So it looks like, from what the models are showing, we have a start to tornado season right now. The setup right here is looking pretty nice. So let's try and pull up a new model that I've been having a look at. Now here we have somewhat of an experimental model. This is the CFS V2 model. This is a model that kind of shows you the possibility for there to be supercells, the supercell composite parameter that you can see up there at the top. If you don't know what that means, basically just means rotating, the possibility of rotating storms. Once again, this is experimental, so this isn't 100%, but I still want to kind of use this in videos as kind of like an X point. Right now for week 1, we are looking at the supercell composite from a level 8 to 9 towards portions of the Ohio Valley into Central Plains down into Texas. And what the reason is like this is because of, once again, that storm that we've been highlighting will bring a possibility for that rotating supercell for tornado, wind, and hail. So this is once again a event that we don't need to be worried about, but we do need to monitor and make sure. Week 2 is looking different with towards like southern Louisiana. We have a risk of almost 28 and a 29, but this main area will be where that bow echo will be implanting towards the Central Plains, and then from it detecting somewhat of a area down here towards the south, some sort of storm that will be impacting down here. And then week 3, we have down here towards Louisiana and portions of Florida with a risk of all the way up to 30. So once again, this is experimental. We are going to continue to monitor this, but it's more accurate for week 1 rather than week 2 and week 3. So we will see how this updates and see how tornadoes will play out with this. So besides that, that's all I have for you guys today. Once again, don't be worried about this storm event that's coming. Just make sure that if it does turn out to be some sort of tornadic event, wind and hail, make sure you guys are prepared for that and prepared to take precautions if it's needed. Depending on what the National Weather Service issues, and this being directly in my backwoods, I am planning a live stream. I don't know if it will happen. I just am planning it for myself, and I will confirm it whenever we get like a day 2, day 3 lookout, and we'll schedule that for whenever that storm is expected to start. So thank you guys so much for watching. We're continuing to grow in subscribers, so thank you guys so much for that. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day and stay safe.